ship. So yeah, we'll see who and what is still alive. There's going to be a lot of people to cremate to get the hell out of here. But yeah. I hadn't considered just throw extra raids in and stuff. Like, it's such a feeling that like I'm so against is like letting the colonists die or killing off the colonists and stuff like that, because like I just don't normally do that. But I also know that it was at the point where it was basically like a waiting game at this point to kind of like wait for the passage of time and stuff. And yeah, the colony has technically failed this whole event because like we're still here. They were supposed to do it within the 5 days, 8 hours each day, and it's well and truly past like 8 hours and stuff. So yeah, they failed. But also there was like so many like variations and stuff that I had to like change in the week and whatever, you know. Thunderstorm. Alright, well hopefully if it rains it might wash away some of this crap, because it's pretty bad. Most rage, they're gonna have to do what they're doing. There's a few people that are still at attention that I'm trying to like let go back to doing. Which blast is this? Courtesan wasn't the blast. Kill my kin if you need room. No, it's fine. It was just like I have no problem with the fact that like everybody spawned like a lot of colonists. Like I was cool with it. What cat was that? Was that a cat? That's Abracat. Mate, you get dead. That's no life privileges. Maybe in the area just beat you down. Yeah, no, I didn't have a problem with like how much stuff had been spawned in or anything like that. But I did notice that like it was having a bit of a struggle after like the additional 200 colonists. So yeah, I was kind of like, I know that it will like run through all this like substantially faster if it just like give it a kick kind of thing. And as I said, I can only fit 66 colonists off world, so like having 300 odd's not gonna fit. Can you imagine if I actually like made this in a proper shape like last time where we could actually fit like the majority of people? Like I think last time I did like 50 people and didn't take up nearly this much space, but this time round it's taken up quite a lot. But I haven't got as many pods on it because if I had made this like 1 or 2 more walls thinner, I could put pods, like the caskets, on the opposite side as well, and then I'd be able to take like 100 and something of them, you know. Psychic Soothe Pulsar, I will hit that up. I need whoever's closest to go hit that up. Actually, hold on, you're closest. Because, oh no, you won't touch it, that's fine. Yeah, so the Psychic Soothe combined with these, and combined with the Psychic Emanators, which we already have set up, will help them calm the fuck back down. But they're all going to be pretty upset because like a whole bunch of people just died. So let's see. I'm also apparently down. I'm in catatonic breakdown. I just need to see if anybody needs like severe medical care. Like something for their medical stuff would be good. Somebody's got an infection. Food poisoning, I think that was. Dementia, disease, infection. Everybody's gonna get miscellaneous infections. Keelon, I will have to check which ones are still alive because they were all near the end. So let me zoom out a little bit. So before, okay, so Keelon's still alive, but they need medicine. They need to be attended to, or they will bleed out. And the doctors, everybody's kind of rioting. Trashy's still alive. Jackal's still alive. I'm guessing, yeah, Flopsy is not, I would say. Oh no, Hopsy Flopsy's still here. They're gonna live. Blessed is still here. Okay, cool. Okay, well they're still alive. Now Bezza spawned in somebody right at the end there. They're still alive. It's remarkable. I do not know yet how many of who is still alive, but we'll find out. We still have quite a lot of crimson. There are still a couple of dusts in here. Is what's his face? Rice Farm's still here. Fuck knows how you keep surviving these battles, mate. I'm downed, but who knows if I'll live. There are a couple of Keelons. There's still a couple of Qs. There's still plenty of lenses. Still plenty of nuke dragons. There's definitely still going to be a lot of Shithaka in here as well, and a lot of Bless. There's still quite a lot of Shithaka I could probably cull off at this rate, but honestly, they're probably going to do that themselves. So, probably a healing nanites thing would be the best thing at this point, because anybody that's like bleeding out might stop bleeding out and therefore survive, but there is a chance that they might still die. So there's a good chance that they'll still maybe lose like a couple of people. The cats are eating corpses in here. Thank you. So everybody's gotten healed. There was a Keelon down here that needed that. You're not the Keelon. Whoever it is near the end here, there is a Port Vapor still in here. I missed it before, but there's still a Port Vapor still alive. Okay, this Keelon is no longer dying, so that is Keelon's Keelon. A lot of people would have dropped their weapons in this, which will make the next battle interesting as well. 250 package survival wheels, and it's landing inside the colony, which means people actually access it so much quicker. So when it lands out here, it's a bit of a... takes them a hot minute, you know, to get to it. Starvation. Yeah, basically all the people having mental breaks. I can only get so many people to cremate at the moment because everybody's super upset. I know you guys are going off to turrets, but I need people to be cremating right now too, to get the bodies out of here. Blessed is this. Healer is not the one. Fine. You're going off to get bodies. Get you to cremate as well. Right, I've got 3 people on cremating. There's still quite a lot of bodies here for it. Motorist Rage, which Keelon is that? No, it can't be the main one because the main one can't walk at the moment. So, that's fine. Alright. Animal filth, unhappy nudity, starvation, colonists left unburied, low medicine, extreme break risk. I think there's a storm going on physically outside my house, so you hear like weird creaking or I don't know. That's what that is. It's okay, I have to mention they'll forget about their motorist rage in a moment. I only wish that that was the thing that could happen, but in the same vein, if they added that in, the way that I see that is that they would have to also mean that like when you're in the middle of a task, like you probably forget, you know? Or like maybe make the same thing more times than the bill requires or something. Like that would be awesome, you know? That way like they potentially maybe waste your resources or something like that, you know? That'd be good. Because that'd be hilarious and people would hate it. I know, right? I feel like that's a good one. I think it's better than just them having a mental wander because they've got like they can't like do anything at the moment psychologically kind of thing, you know? It seems more logical kind of thing. But yeah, there's so many of these. There's another fucking shitsacker in the goddamn traps again. There's always in the goddamn traps. Yeah, no, I could see it as being like kind of like inconvenient, kind of more inconvenient of a character to have then, you know? How we going with stuff? They don't need to do plant cutting anymore. Sorry, I was trying to mute and I didn't manage to. Don't need to do plant cutting. They do need to do construction. They have got doctoring. I do need to set up Beza. So let's get you set up. You are a 9 doctor, so you're going to get doctoring and whatever we've got here. We've got handling and stuff. You'll be able to do the other stuff. Hugh is apparently having issues and we got infections and stuff. So I want this to be like a 2 and a 1. There we go. All right. So basically, probably most people have got infections in some capacity. And once we can cremate a bunch of bodies off this map, it should fix itself up a little bit. And then we go next raid. Alright, hold on. I should have counted how many were in those crazy ass raids, because that was a lot. I'm gonna have fun getting you guys back inside, because I just sent everybody outside for that. And a lot of people are incapacitated, so I'm hoping that they go through the tunnels, honestly. I kind of want them to go through the tunnels so that we can, you know, fight some things. The other thing too is I never got to use the rocket swarm. It apparently went off, and I never got to see what it did. It went off inside the base and killed a bunch of people, and I never got to actually see it do the thing, you know? The rocket swarm, this thing, rocket swarm launcher. Yeah, I haven't used it before, and I asked somebody to activate it, and then it just murdered like a pile of colonists like nearby, and I'm like, cool. I had scrolled away to like go somewhere and like find other colonists and shit, you know. You a daytimer or night timer? You're daytimer. Let's get that on you. I don't know. I'm thinking I must have set it up in some capacity and it worked. I didn't see it, so I just heard it go off and a bunch of colonists were dead, and then I'm like, oh, okay. But then it was like the fucking mortars. We were using the mortars, and the next minute it fucking exploded, and all I can think of is maybe somebody had a tantrum and the turrets maybe fought them. I don't know. I also forgot to check if these guys were sieging or not, because I think maybe they are. Oh, they don't have the most advanced stuff. But yeah, they should be able to go through all this stuff. Crimson Lotus is like slugging it up there, and Dust is trying to get his ass back inside here. Shithaku is running wild. There's a couple of wild humans out here. Alright. Well, we'll see if they make their way in, because I've still got turrets inside that are working, and they still have the kill corridor and stuff to deal with. So, like, my people need a bit of time to cremate some crap as well as like deal with this, and we have 3.7 days left. So yeah, even if they do pop their nose in and it gets wild in here, we'll see how it goes. You have to choose the target, so I accidentally clicked the colonist who was moving instead of point on the map. There's a pretty good chance I did, because when I clicked on it, I had like activate, and I told somebody to go activate it, and then I went and did something else, and it like fired, whereas this thing, as far as I understand, it shoots between this area, I think. The other one, this thing, I don't really know, actually. Hey Abra, Raiders, welcome in. What are you up to? Hey Abu. Oh, let me give you a shout out. Abra, I'm not sure if your Abra cat's alive. We may have just had somebody like cull you in a murderous rage. So yeah, I need to check in a moment. I also don't think it's, oh no, I might have paused it. Hold on, give me a sec. Yeah, how you doing? What are you guys up to? Yeah, I accidentally paused it. What? Oh, because there's another raid coming in. Okay. Well, that's fine. We'll get everybody inside, I guess, at attention then. That way, if shit's near them, they can fire, and we'll cull off some of the colony again. Yeah. What were you doing? Also, welcome in, Dad Scunner. What's it? Slugs autocannons have their own targets built in. They shoot anything they see, but the rocket swarms can only point at one point. You pointed at. Let's spawn 200 more. Oh my god. Is that why it's paused? Holy crap. The funniest thing about that, Abra, is I have an auto cull on for the cats. And also I was just trying to cull like colonists, so yeah. We're back in the crawl, everyone. I kind of want to let them just like fight by themselves in here, because I think they'd be alright. Let them go back to what they're doing. Hey Glitch, welcome back. What are you doing? What's the cat reinforcements? The cats are gonna get fucking slaughtered out here. Like, Pete's on this business, mate. Look at him. He's out here shooting cats. They, actually, are they tamed? Are they ours? Yeah, they're ours. Well, OG Abracat's still alive, but Keelan's not. And Blessed Raccoon is dead. Oh, you sent the extra raid. That's what it was. And 200 cats. Okay. And wait, have we got allies? We still have allies at this point. So yeah. All right. Well, they are popping through. Hold on a second. Let me get these guys up here. I need somebody that can walk. A colonist would be preferable. There we go. I want to get... Can you guys come up here? We're going to fry their ass. Yeah. Welcome in, Raiders. I'm doing a week event of like a bonus week of Rimconnect and stuff. Everybody's like spawning in colonists and I'm trying to like get them off world. This colony has technically failed because I was supposed to get them off world about 2 hours ago and they are still obviously here and the ship's still counting down. And yeah, this is a special event that was unlocked in February's Billathon. And I don't want to accidentally hit my ship if I can avoid it. So yeah, I usually play RimWorld, normal RimWorld, on like Tuesdays, and that's gonna probably take out a few of them, hopefully. My regular colony is got 302 colonists in it. It's been going for 3 years, and yeah, so I think we got up to like 380 odd in this colony like today or yesterday, so it's been a few. You guys might need the orbital bombardments. I need just to move up a bit more. And yeah, we're in the final throes of trying to wipe these guys out. I need this to not be close enough to my ship if I can avoid it. So I'm gonna get in the thick of this. I know you guys got like doomsday fucking rocket launchers. I haven't seen any of those go off, so I'm guessing everybody's dropped them. I just tried to cull like 50 odd colonists just to... Oh, there we go. I tried to cull off like 50 odd colonists just like in the last like 10-20 minutes just because we were crawling. And yeah, this week's been very, very intense, and I've had to turn off a lot of the negative stuff. Just because, yeah, it's knocked me around health-wise a bit, so yeah. But I've got another event like this, except it's a 1 day, 8 hours chaos event next month on the 18th, where basically the objective will be for me to try to keep a colony alive while you guys try to kill it. And whoever kills it gets a name on my avatar for the event. And I expect to have probably 3 colonies during that event, so we'll see how we go with that. Yeah. Look, was it just popping in for a couple of minutes before I go to sleep? It's like 2 minutes before midnight here. It's 8 a.m. for me. I don't normally stream this late unless like I'm like prepared for it in advance, because like I started at 10 p.m. last night, so we're at like 10 hours in now, so I'm thinking everybody's picking up corpses is what they're up to. And what else? So, in 2036, once Aprillics finally has Anomaly finished, was installed, I will be able to form 500 of the lowest cost untamed animals and biomutation pulses to turn this into unholy flesh beast army. I mean, it depends on what I have enabled, and I like that you know that Anomaly is like the only one I'm like mildly interested in. I find that funny, but yeah. My colony, my normal colony, my regular Tuesday colony has been going for 3 years, and I expect it to take like another 2 to get to like the landed ship quest that we're moving to. And yeah, when we eventually get there, if they succeed, obviously we get off world with the original colonists, and if we don't succeed, then you know, I'll do it again with basically the same list of mods that I've got, and probably same original colonists, and yeah, it'll probably be like another, you know, be 10 years in the future by that point, essentially, I guess. So yeah, we'll see. Doesn't the game lag when you have 300 colonists? I mean, sure. I'm testing what core game can do without any performance mods, and yeah, with like 300 colonists, every colonist knows about 300 other colonists in their like their social history, plus there's like, you know, been thousands of animals, plus there's thousands of items of you know, just items in general on the map. Plus, it's across 3 version types, and yeah, it's definitely got some stuff in it, but at the same time, like, you know, I don't really know anybody else that's playing core game without any of the DLCs, without performance mods, that are playing with hundreds of colonists across multiple years, across multiple versions, and yeah. So I think it's doing good considering all that, but the rate this was going at just like about a half an hour ago was about the average speed of my colony-ish. Like, obviously, now that everybody's kind of died, like a lot of people have died, we're back up to like triple speed stuff. But I slow this down. This is kind of closer to what my normal colony speed is, but I also don't play on fast forward because it's a really fast way to get your colony dead. So yeah, in my case, I normally just play it at like more of a cruisy kind of pace, and as I said, just enjoy like having a big chitty chat and stuff. So like whatever happens in game and stuff, but I'll normally like save and reload and try to keep people alive, and yeah, it's on a easier difficulty and stuff than this. So whereas yeah, a lot of people are playing with like, you know, a substantial list of mods, usually 200 to 300 mods is kind of the average, and yeah, normally a lot of people that have that don't have a lot of colonists or don't play the game for very long. Like, most people's average RimWorld colony will be like, you know, a couple of hours to a couple of weeks, and it will be like maybe on average like 3 to 20 colonists, and yeah, there'll just be like a whole variety of, you know, a few hundred mods and stuff like that. Whereas I've got 6 mods to make the mods work. 1 mod doesn't work, and yeah, the other 3 mods don't really change anything in the game. It just allows me to drop stuff if I have a caravan. And yeah, it allowed me to also bring in colonists from previous games and stuff, which is how I got the original 21 colonists. So yeah, they don't do any quality of life or like adding in shit and stuff, like, not really. So I could remove them and it would be like negligible. The only one that's kind of useful is deep stacks, because when I do have a fuck ton of stuff, like I should have a stack in here of something that's like substantial. We've only got 1,000. Somewhere in here we've got a stack of, which one's the big stack? But I don't have a stack of 10,000 at the moment of anything. But there's a flip side to having like a really large stack of one item, is that only so many people can access that one stack of item, and also if somebody has a tantrum and kicks it, and then that entire 10,000 stack of something goes and disappears and stuff. So there's a downside to it, you know, but I see it as part of the difficulty of like playing. So it's the same thing as like not protecting like solar and stuff, you know. It's just collateral in battle. I am hoping that they at least have sealed up this place, which they have not. I need them to prioritize construction over literally anything else at the moment, apart from doctoring, obviously. So they should come and do this. I do have materials for it, so we're good. Just gotta let them have their time to like deal. Alright, I'm tired as hell. I'm gonna go to bed because it's midnight here. Everyone see you around. No worries, Abra. I assume you've already like pieced out for sleep. I definitely feel that myself. It has been a very, very big stream and a very big week as well. But I'm not finishing yet. I want to see these fuckers get into space. So we've got 3.3 days. I'm not sure how long this is, but at the speed that we can currently move at, it shouldn't take too long. And when they cremate the bodies, they'll be zipping around a fair bit more, so it should be fine. But yeah, I do find that a lot of people that see like my regular colony and stuff, like, obviously do have beef with like the pace in which the game goes at and just can't handle it. But like, you know, if you're watching on like YouTube and shit like that, like after, like watching the VODs afterwards, you can always put it into like 1.5 or 2 times speed and I'm still completely understandable, so it's fine. As not like you're gonna miss anything. It's just gonna be more like your pace of speed, you know. And yeah, as for me playing it, like it's just generally just, I don't know. I like being able to have a second in between, like having a conversation where I don't have to worry about who's murdering what and where's something happening and stuff. Mind you, it's been like 3 months of trying to keep them alive, so with food shortages, but that's fine. It happens. Once you finish normally and you do Chaos Rimconnect stream, I will be spawning the golden cube. Again, it depends, like, this isn't going to be anything that's happening in the next 10 years by the sounds of it. And if I did have that and I did a Rimconnect event that's chaotic, depends what I would enable and disable and stuff too. It's like, yeah, as you may have noticed, when we do an actual chaos event, right, this is not a chaos event, this is supposed to be something calmer than that. But when we do a chaos event, we, whatever managed to kill me, or whatever was like the primary threat in the previous run, gets nerfed for the next run to see, like, to keep it interesting between like the like games and stuff. So I'm not just constantly getting murdered for like, you know, 8 hours or something like that by like a swarm of rats, for instance, you know. It does help keep it interesting. I want to get that color because I accidentally put these lights in here are all like mishmash of green and orange. I'm trying to keep it on like a threat red kind of ish shades so that it's obvious that this thing's active. Like I try to like do a little bit of visual storytelling with that kind of thing. And then once it's good, I'll probably turn this section to like green or white or something again, you know, whatever it is. That performance mods basically went extinct after Odyssey released. The best ones didn't get updates, and not that many good ones came to replace them, fix new things. I find that funny. So basically what the what do you call it? Before the most recent update, all these kinds of enhancement ones were needed, and then after it was enough for most people to not need the enhancements. I find that interesting just because, like, I thought that the whole point was that it helps kind of, like, make all the mods and stuff kind of run less crunchy and stuff, you know? As opposed to, like, I definitely get, like, people come in and be like, you can add this mod and stuff to enhance or, like, to speed up or, like, better performance and stuff. It's like, I get a lot of people ask, like, what PC I'm running, and I half don't know if it's a compliment, like, oh my god, what are your specs, so that, like, I can actually play the same, or if it's, oh my god, what are your fucking specs that your game's running that bad, you know? I don't know which it is. I take most of it as hopefully a compliment situation. But yeah, I don't know. Meanwhile playing, was it 900 TPS? That's the other thing too, is I don't keep track of that either. I get asked that a lot. I don't fucking know. I don't have it turned on, and I don't care to know what mine is, and I'm sure if somebody did know what mine is, my god, the lording over my stream that would be happening on a weekly basis. Be like, somebody come in and be like, you know, pinky up, fucking holding a teacup or something, and be like, oh, good heavens, you know, something like that. Kind of pearl clutching, you know. Golden Cube is mostly just funny. I like spawning it whenever Andre has Rimconnect on. Yeah, I've seen that. I liked the plate duplication thing that he had one time. He got some thing that he investigated, some anomaly he investigated, and he just had this like multiplying, duplicating plate. And like, I kind of identified really quickly that when it says that it will duplicate, it's like any cell situation, right? You start with 1, you get 2, then you get 4. And I'm like, it doesn't take very long before that becomes a serious problem, especially if you don't have like a stack mod, or if like, you know, you don't have like a lot of processing power and shit. Because like, you gotta remember too, I have currently got a lot of shit on the ground We currently have a lot of food, we have a lot of corpses, we've got a lot of like miscellaneous stuff, a lot of people. This isn't even my regular game, this is just like a 1 week event, which means that it can handle like, you know, being absolutely like flogged like this. But like, if I continued to play this over like months, I could see it probably having really bad issues, you know? But yeah, the duplicating plate one was hilarious, you know? So I feel like you're clearing your throat a lot. Need a drink maybe. So I've been talking 8 hours, well, I've been talking non-stop every minute of 8 hours across 5 days, and today's like up to 10 hours, so my voice is basically nearly gone. I'm also very sore. My headset and throat and everything, or my headset and neck are really sore, so it's causing my vocal cords to be extra stiff and uncomfortable. I will hydrate better, thank you. But yeah, I definitely like pushed myself a little bit too hard with this week's event, because as I said earlier, I literally passed out this morning, so yeah. I wanted to do tonight and stuff, but I'm like, I wasn't expecting this to also push on for like 10-11 hours either, so that's why I like went out and I murdered like a bunch of my colonists, because I'm like, once I get those fuckers dead, it'll speed up, you know, and I just gotta wait for them to cremate some of them. So if they get like some psychic soups and some work frenzies and healing nanites and stuff, everybody will calm the fuck down and go back to doing tasks and stuff, you know. And then we'll have everybody cleared out, and then it's got 2.9 days, so we should have like 1 or 2 more raids, and I'm just hoping that they build up this corner soon. It's granite, and I've got granite, I just don't know why they're building it. What the hell was that? Everything just shook then. What the fuck just broke? I expect something big broke. It looks like a lot of the corpses are gone. Are they just like marked as X? They're reachable. The Aurora for the whole day and Psychic Suits. Thank you. Colonist is idle. Everybody's got... Okay, so everybody's assigned. Everybody's got a schedule. Everybody's got a work thing, except for trash.